Why not? You not think I'm cute?
To be honest, I don't want to be mean, but you're not really my type, no?
Fuck you anyways. You're not my fucking type.
I don't like finding out that a guy doesn't like me anymore. That he's like over me. What is that supposed to mean? What do you mean you're over me? Like you've moved on. That's not how this works. That's not how this works, okay? I was supposed to go my whole life knowing in the back of my mind that you still liked me, okay? I was supposed to think that every time I saw you, your heart did a little pitter-patter, okay? Now you've moved on? What does that mean? That's not possible. I don't understand.
Women can't handle rejection. They've always assumed men would be available, but now reality has hit hard. Between tears, self-esteem crises, and angry outbursts, we see women losing it just because they heard the word no. What used to be unthinkable, a man rejecting a woman, is now happening more and more.
This the best looking guy on the island.
That time I tried to beg a white guy and got severely rejected.
You want to be my baby daddy? No, not no, we don't care about Justin Bieber. We said, well, I mean, you know, you want to be, where you from?
Toronto.
Toronto? Oh, you're Canadian? Oh, I thought you was like French or something.
Yeah, oh my God, I'm Canadian.
I was going to make you my baby daddy. Forget it now. You want to be my baby daddy?
I'm like half Canadian, half Italian.
Oh, well, you want some black kids?
You want some black kids?
I guess not. He keeps dodging the question. I guess you don't want to be my baby daddy. No. It's a no. Oh, it's a no. All right.
Hey, I like your bike.
I'm sorry, what?
They said I like your bike.
Oh, I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Do you have a girlfriend?
No, I do not. Why?
Oh, I was just wondering if I could get your number.
I don't really give out my number like that. Especially, I've never met you before. You got my Instagram?
I don't have Instagram.
You don't have an Instagram?
No.
What, Snapchat?
I don't have that either. I don't really do the whole social media thing.
Ah, you're one of those girls.
I guess.
I don't know. I just don't give out my number like that.
Why not? You not think I'm cute?
To be honest, I don't want to be mean, but you're not really my type, no?
Fuck you anyways. You're not my fucking type.
I can't believe I just got that on.
This is the clearest example of being unable to handle a simple no. She pushes, insisting on a number, Instagram, Snapchat, anything. When the man finally tells the truth, that she's not his type, she explodes and resorts to rudeness. This behavior only shows immaturity and wounded pride. Instead of accepting it with dignity and moving on, she chooses to humiliate herself and lash out. This is exactly why many men avoid giving chances. They know they're not dealing with maturity, but with fragile egos.
So I decided to shoot my shot with this guy who I think is attractive, has a good vibe. I sent him a DM. I got rejected, but the way that this man communicated and handled the situation was honestly so respectful and kind, which is bare minimum, but we don't really see this a lot with men. And if anything, it made him more attractive to me because I was like, oh, like this was a nice response. And also the fact that he can control lust. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm an attractive woman, I'm an intelligent woman, and you know, the fact that this man was able to respectfully decline because of the fact that he is not looking to date right now or whatever it might be. Maybe he's not attracted to me or doesn't feel the same vibe. So fine. But the way that he handled it was super respectful and no hard feelings. And this is the first time that I've actually been rejected since actively making, you know, choices in my dating life and consciously deciding what kind of energy I want in my life as opposed to just accepting whatever comes my way as a woman. But even then, even though rejection does suck, I have done so much work to become more confident and to be secure within myself that I don't need this man's validation. Like, this doesn't take anything away from me. I am still valuable. I'm still beautiful. I'm still intelligent. Like, it makes me think about all the men who get rejected and lash out and crash out and are violent towards women and are just so mean towards other people because they are so insecure. Like, if you think about how many men you've rejected and have been like, well, you're ugly anyway. And it's like, you must be so insecure, because rejection is not that bad. It just, like, it doesn't, if you're a secure person, it doesn't take anything away from you. And if you genuinely value yourself and you think you're a good person and, you know, you just are secure, then that wouldn't bother you in the way that it didn't bother me. I'm like, so fine, whatever. But the way that men will expose themselves and expose their insecurities and the ways in which that they actually hate themselves, because when they get rejected, they literally become violent towards women. It's actually insane.
This one at least handles rejection better. She was turned down, but the man was polite and she appreciated that. The issue is that her narrative still has a hint of arrogance. She repeats that she is beautiful and intelligent, as if the rejection had nothing to do with her and everything to do with the situation. She also uses the moment to attack men, saying that rejected men become violent. In other words, she turns a personal experience into a manifesto against masculinity. This shows how many women can't simply accept reality without turning it into a gender war.
So I decided to shoot my shot, and I asked a guy, and he was so nice about it too. I appreciated how honest he was about him being in a relationship, but I don't know, he was really attractive, and I was like, I'm gonna shoot my shot as a woman. You never know until you actually go out there and do it, right? I'm sorry, it just felt like someone was staring into my car, and that felt awkward. But so he was really nice too. I love his response. I was like, you're really handsome. Well, at first I seen him, I told him you're really handsome, right? Cool. And then I ended up getting in my car because I was so nervous. And then I had to literally talk myself into going back to talk to him. I got in the car and I'm like, bitch. Because I didn't know, I felt like maybe if I engaged, he would eventually fucking just take the bait. But I went back and I seen him and I got enough courage and I was like, oh my gosh, would it be really weird if I asked for your number? And then he was like, well, I'm actually talking to someone. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're so honest. Cause I feel like some guys, he just seemed like the guy, even his response is I would want to be with you because you just seem like a fucking honest ass person. And he just shook my hand and he was just so chivalrous. He was one of those proud, strong black kings. And I don't know why I don't know. I just feel like it hit me that and I don't want to say never, never is stupid. But I am 25 and every fucking I don't know, I just feel like I'm not cut out for relationships. It's probably so stupid. I don't know. The fuck? Why can't I find my soulmate or have this amazing partner? It just feels like it'll always be this way. And I'm just I don't know. The men that I do talk to, they ain't shit. They only want to be with you for sexual reasons. And it's I just would want to have something with somebody that is real. And I just feel like nothing is really real anymore. It just kind of sucks. I mean, I would do it again. I would. I think me just doing it and facing a fear. I don't know how guys do it. sounds so like scary approaching people that you don't know, but I don't know. I just guess I should be happy in general. Like, I was fine without him, I'll be fine with him. And yeah.
Here we clearly see the emotional confusion that many modern women experience. She takes a simple, polite rejection and turns it into a whirlwind of insecurities, existential doubts, and self-deprecation. The main point is that she doesn't understand that the man did exactly the right thing. He was honest, respected his girlfriend, and was courteous. But instead of admiring and moving on, she falls into despair. This shows the fragility of someone used to being desired only for their looks. When she encounters a man of character who doesn't fall for her games, reality hits. Beauty alone isn't enough to win over someone of value.
I was rejected by a guy in the most embarrassing and humiliating way possible, but still a part of me feels like this was my fault, so I need you guys to let me know what you think. One day, I matched with this guy on Bumble who was very, very handsome. He was a documentary filmmaker, curly brown hair, profile said 6'2". At the time, I was going through an identity crisis, so I just so happened to dye my hair back to brunette, although previous to that, I was blonde. I was on this dating app, and unfortunately, I hadn't updated any of my photos to reflect the way that I looked, although the photos that I did have were just like taken 2-3 months ago. It's not like my physical appearance looked that different, it's just that my hair color was very different. So me and this guy are literally talking for 2 days, we're hitting it off, the conversation is flowing back and forth, and most of the time, guys will just waste your time and not ask you out on a date, or if they ask you out on a date, they'll ask you to like go for a walk in the park. Days after us matching, we are on a date, I meet him for the first time, he's exiting his car, and he's walking towards me, and as he's walking towards me, I could tell he has like a confused look on his face. And I've been on many dates. I've never been accused of being a catfish. I've never had somebody disappointed when they saw me in real life. In fact, I've had guys tell me that they are surprised and that I actually look better in person, that I look better than in my photos. He gives me a hug, we walk to the restaurant, we sit down, we're ordering drinks, and he's just asking him random questions, trying to make small talk, and he is just being very, very odd and standoffish. And at one point during the date, he looks at me and he says, "You look a little different than on your photos." I was like, yeah, I actually dyed my hair. I went darker. I've been a brunette in the past. Like, this is actually close to my natural hair color. And I was just tired of the blonde because it was ruining my hair. And then he tells me that he thinks that that is actually misleading and that I should have updated my dating profile photos to match how my hair looks now. So then I ask him, well, would that have changed your opinion of me? Would that have made you not want to go out on a date? And he kind of laughs and shrugs it off and says, well, you know, I do like blondes. And that just like rubbed me the wrong way. Anyway, we end up splitting some appetizers on a couple of drinks, and I end up leaving and thinking to myself, like, this is probably not going to go anywhere because that guy was super, super weird. I have no plans on texting this guy, but then I get a text from him the next evening. He sends me a whole paragraph that I never even asked for. In his paragraph, he tells me that he thinks that it's not right, that I misrepresented myself on my dating profile, and that if he's being completely 100% transparent, he is into blondes, that is his specific type, and he does not prefer brunettes. I never replied to him. I ended up blocking his number, but guys, there was a part of me that almost got my butt into my car and went to Sally Beauty Supply to get some bleach because I was so insecure at that point. When I look back on it though, did I make a mistake? Did I misrepresent myself? Did I catfish this guy? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.
In this case, the problem is different. She misled by omission. She used old photos, didn't update her profile, appeared differently than expected, and acted like a victim when the man noticed. His reaction may have been harsh, but not unfair. He has preferences and she has a responsibility to be transparent. What stands out most is her insecurity. Because of one comment, she almost ran to bleach her hair just to fit a stranger's taste. This shows a lack of identity and dependence on male validation, even while trying to play the victim.
So I finally got the courage to go up to my gym crush and asked if he had a girlfriend. But a little background story. Every time I go to the gym, like, I see him, he sees me, we make eye contact. So I was like, you know what, if he doesn't make the move, then I'll make the move. So I finally did yesterday, and I got freaking rejected. So I was waiting to see, I went to gym and I was working out, obviously, and I just didn't see him or whatever. So I was like, I don't think he's coming today. So I was like, if he doesn't come, then it wasn't meant to be. It wasn't meant for me to ask for his number or whatever. But 30 minutes go by, and keep in mind, I'm in the bars doing hip thrust, and there's like a space next to me that's free. So boom, he gets there, bro, and he starts working out, and I'm like, oh shit, it's a fucking sign. I should ask for his number. So I'm like, okay, let me just do this last set and then go ask him if he has a girlfriend. Because I also don't want to be rude and just be like, hey, can I have your number? Because what if he does have a girlfriend, you know? Whatever. So I go up to him and I'm like, hey, sorry to interrupt. I was like, do you have a girlfriend? And he's like, yeah, sorry. And I was like, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Anywho, I was just like, okay, it's fine. And then I was trying not to make it awkward. So I was like trying to clean my area or whatever, left and went to go work out somewhere else. But then I spoke to my mom about the whole situation and she's like, well, you're freaking dumb because what if he was very shy and you just approached him with that question, hey, do you have a girlfriend? And his answer was to be like, yeah, you know? So now I'm like super overthinking this whole situation because I don't know if he was lying. And if he wasn't, if he does have a girlfriend, well, that's great because now I know that he's faithful and that he could have been a good one for me. But then like in the back of my head, I'm like, why does he keep like looking at me then? If I'm confused. So now I'm debating whether I should ask him for his Instagram and like try to be friends with him or whatever, like before I go all the way in, you know? But then like, I don't want to look freaking stupid, like for the freaking second time. Like, hell no, I already got rejected once and I'm not trying to get rejected twice. So I need advice. I need help. What should I do? Should I go and ask again for his Instagram or something, like so we can be friends first and then like we'll see? No, I don't know, bro. Oh.
The gym. Woman's story perfectly illustrates how many women struggle to handle rejection. She builds an entire narrative in her head, interprets looks as signs of destiny, makes excuses for the rejection, and even considers insisting after hearing no. This behavior shows immaturity. A faithful man said, I have a girlfriend, and she should have stopped there, respecting his boundaries. Instead, she clings to the hope that he was lying or that she could become friends to try again later. This inability to accept reality is exactly why so many men avoid this type of woman.
So there's this guy, he's standing over there. He has like long hair, like red beard. He's a little short, but he's really sexy at the same time. I'm gonna go see if he is interested. Like he's staring at me and I'm staring at him. But like he's not doing anything. So. It's kind of empty in here, so I don't know, maybe this is the time I actually say something. It's been a while. I don't want to interrupt him. I'm so fucking mad. Oh, he's working out. He's really focused. See him. He's kind of surrounded by people. I'm just gonna go say hi. You look good. What you working on?
Talking to me?
Yeah.
The fuck it looks like I'm in a gym working out. Do me a favor, I'm over here with my wife. Don't bother me, please.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Y'all, it finally happened to me. I got my ass humbled at work last night. When I'm at work and I'm not dancing on the stage, I like to walk around the club and go mingle with customers. She just walk around the club and I'll find somebody and I'll be like, hey, would you like any company? And most of the time they say yeah. Like, who's going to say no to free company, right? So anyway, I'm doing my rounds and I approach this guy and I'm like, hey, would you like any company? Now I should add that I asked this at the point when there was a break in the song, so there was no music playing. So I accidentally yelled, hey, would you like some company? Like really loud at him when there's no music playing. And because there was no music, that means that everybody else that was in our vicinity could also hear this interaction. So keep that in mind. So anyway, I yelled at this man, hey, would you like any company? And this man dead ass goes, no. No, I have never been rejected so point blank period to my face in front of everybody ever in my life. I didn't even know how to respond because usually they're like, yeah, sit down. And so I just sit down and he was just like, no. And so I was like, okay, bye. I just want y'all to know I have not stopped thinking about that all night. Like it's like replaying embarrassing moments in my head over and over again. I think that is my own personal form of hell.
Here we see the effect of a life built on constant validation. A stripper used to men never saying no is devastated when someone simply declines her company. For her, it's as if the world ended. Not because of the rejection itself, but because it challenged her inflated self-esteem, which depends on male approval. A public no crushed her because she had never experienced being ignored. This shows how many women today aren't prepared for real life, where attention and approval aren't guaranteed.